My mom and dad were both noble white foxes, but I came into the world looking like a scraggly mixed breed. Mom panicked and hid it from dad. She used an ancient secret technique to dye my fur purple. And so I grew up wrapped in dad's love and affection. On the day I came of age, he even found me the most eligible guy in the clan, Xuanyuan Che, as my husband. But who would have guessed? After we married, I gave birth to the lowest ranked mixed breed fox. Meanwhile, my half-sister is a lowly gray fox, gave birth to a rare purple fox. My husband lost it. He threw me and the baby into a boiling oil pot and turned us into a plate of pan-fried fox meat. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day my sister and I were picking husbands. He immediately chose my sister. That's when I knew he'd been reborn too. But I just laughed to myself. A mixed breed faking his fur with spiritual energy? There's no way he could ever produce a high-rank fox. The Fox clan runs on a strict 7-tier hierarchy, from top to bottom: black, white, purple, green, gray, blue, and dead last, the mixed breeds that everyone despises. Black foxes haven't shown up in 1,000 years. They're basically a legend at this point. White foxes are rare too. Maybe once every few hundred years. My father, the leader of the Fox clan, is the only white fox alive today. His biggest dream was for me to pair up with the highest-ranking male fox and produce the clan's next pride and joy. That's exactly what today's mate selection ceremony was all about. The most prestigious young male fox of the generation? That was my ex-husband from my past life, Xuanyuan Che. The second I opened my eyes, I caught him staring at me with pure mockery. Dad had just announced my match. Princess Gu Ning is of noble status. You two are a perfect fit. I've already made the call on this marriage. But Xuanyuan Che gave Dad a slight bow and said, "Fox King, I refuse to marry Princess Gu Ning. I want to marry your second daughter, Gu Yan." The moment those words dropped, the entire hall went dead silent. Every fox in the room stared in disbelief. Gu Yan froze for a split second, then broke into a smug, satisfied grin aimed right at me. I laughed to myself. I was the official consort's daughter, pure bloodline, always in the spotlight. But Gu Yan? She was just a kid Dad accidentally had with some random blue fox commoner. Even with Dad's blood, she was still just a gray fox. High society guys wouldn't touch her, but she looked down on regular clansmen too. All my other sisters were already married with kids. She was the only one still single. And Xuanyuan Che had the nerve to openly reject my father. Dad held back his rage and said, "You're the best of the Fox clan. How can you let feelings get in the way? Producing strong offspring is your duty. Besides, my daughter Gu Ning has the most noble bloodline among all the women. Why would you pass on her?" Fox King, it's not that I don't want to choose Gu Ning, it's that she's been hiding the truth and lying to everyone. She's not a noble purple fox at all. She's a mixed breed. The room exploded. I gritted my teeth. I always knew he'd expose this. Dad's rage hit the room like a wave. Everyone dropped to their knees. Xuanyuan Che, do you even know what crime it is to slander a princess? Xuanyuan Che didn't flinch. He glanced at me with contempt. All Princess Gu Ning has to do is reveal her true form, and the lies will fall apart on their own. My maid was trembling. "Princess, please, just show your true form. There is no way you're a mixed breed." I stared at Xuanyuan Che's smug, arrogant face and clenched my fists tight. In my past life, after I gave birth, he watched his beloved purple fox turn mixed breed. He used every ounce of his power to destroy my inner core and forced me to reveal my true form. Dad shot me a look of pure disappointment. "What are you waiting for? Show your true form? Or do you want me to lose all my dignity?" Dad was a once-in-a-century white fox. No matter who he paired with, the child should not have been a lowly mixed breed. Mom and Dad had always been devoted to each other. Mom nearly died giving birth to me, and after that, Dad treated me like his greatest treasure. Mom's dying words were that I was a purple fox, and no one had ever questioned it. I kept my head down and said nothing. Finally, I let out a few words. "I truly am not a purple fox." Dad swallowed his fury and spoke with cold cruelty. "Fine, Xuanyuan Che, I'm arranging your marriage to Gu Yan. Everyone else, get out." Xuanyuan Che shot me one last smirking glance, then slowly walked away. The hall emptied until only Dad and I were left. Then he suddenly coughed up a mouthful of blood. "Gu Ning, your crimes are unforgivable. Throw her in the dungeon." I wanted to explain. Sure, I wasn't a purple fox, but I was definitely not some ordinary mixed breed either. My fur was white, streaked with red. My whole body looked like it was wrapped in flames. But from start to finish, he never gave me a single chance to speak. He didn't believe me. He didn't even believe the mother who died giving birth to his child. I had to do something for myself. I fell to my knees and begged, "I know I was wrong. Please let me go to the Frozen Lands as an offering to the Fox God." The Fox clan had been in decline for ages. High-ranked foxes were getting rarer and rarer. To preserve the bloodline, every 100 years a young maiden would be chosen as an offering to the Fox God, hoping for his blessing. I was completely backed into a corner. This was my last lifeline. Mom had left me a final message. She said my identity was special, and if things ever got desperate, I could go to the Frozen Lands to find the Fox God. My destiny was waiting there. Dad stared daggers at me after hearing my plea. In the end, it was Gu Yan who whispered in his ear on my behalf, and Dad finally agreed. But I knew she wasn't doing it out of kindness. She just wanted to watch me crash and burn. I headed back with my maid to pack up, but Gu Yan couldn't wait to come rub it in my face. She was draped in the most lavish outfit she'd never dared wear before, face caked in makeup, living her absolute best life. Gu Yan looked me up and down with pure disdain. Honestly, never thought I'd see this. The oh-so-high and mighty Princess Gu Ning is actually a mixed breed that even regular clansmen look down on. You're going as an offering. Why would the fox god ever want you? Unlike me, Zhuan Yuanche chose me, the guy that every woman in the Fox clan dreams about. My maid stepped up and fired back. Princess Guyan, just a few days ago you were begging my princess to help you find a good match. How are you flipping this fast? Guyan's face dropped, and she slapped my maid hard across the face. I was about to hit back, but a sudden force slammed into me and I crashed hard to the floor. I looked up. Zhuan Yuanche was standing in the doorway watching me. Guyan carries the weight of the clan's future. She's destined to stand beside me and raise a white fox. As for someone as lowly as you, impure bloodline, no value left. Why are you still in my sight? I burst out laughing. Then I wish you two the absolute best of luck producing that white fox. But I knew the truth. One gray fox, one mixed breed. The best they'd ever produce is another mixed breed. Let alone Zhuan Yuanche.